Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a good day, and if you're not and you're having a tower moment, you've come to the right place, because that's all I do here. Alright, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you're coming back, I hope I can help you. Alright, what do we do here? Well, I draw two cards from the Major Arcana deck just like this. Pretty simple. This is the overall tower energy. This is the basic, the big kind of things that are going on in life. This is the cause of it. This is the outcome. Tower moment. This is the... We'll look at the bottom of the deck for more information to clarify, and then we'll clarify it just for a few cards over here. You know, like 3, 2, and 3, just like that. And then, after that, then we're done. That's it. Whatever comes out, comes out. If you're new here, all of these messages are timeless, so whenever you're watching this is when the universe wanted you to see it. Don't think that, you know, that it's today, and if it doesn't resonate today, it's meaningless. It could be coming up in your life a little bit later, you know. And if it doesn't resonate at all, check out the other videos, because if you're still feeling off, maybe I've done one that'll help you. And there are no star signs. Everybody gets to play. With that out of the way, let's get started. Okay. The Lovers on this side of the tower is basically an emotional choice that needs to be made. Very difficult, very, very tough. I'm the Lizard guy, if you didn't know, but that's the gist of it. Now, tower moments are usually destruction and shake-ups and drama, so they're not always friendly. These readings are not always going to be like the great ones, you know, the ones, the clickbait titles. So you basically you have to make an emotional choice that brings the tower moment. It could be a relationship, I don't know, we'll figure that out. And that brings the tower moment. Big, huge emotional choice, which leads to the judgment card. So this tower moment leads to a judgment call. Big emotional decisions, probably going to make you decide to never do something again. Never do this again. It's like, yeah, I did this once, I've done this once, I've been through this before, I'm never going to do it again. Judgment call. Big, huge decision. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Strength and the Chariot. So this is basically the strength to move forward. You get the will to move on from whatever this is. Pretty basic reading so far. We'll clarify a little bit. Here we go. Well, yeah, that makes sense. 5 of Cups. Queen of Wands. Oh, boy. And the 10 of Swords. Oh, boy. Okay, listen. This is regret. Someone pretended to be something they weren't. Now, I know I did a reading recently, which is basically, I forget how it went. Usually when I do these, I do the cards and I don't even remember what I did. So, good thing they're being recorded, right? Anyway, this person is kind of related to the last one, because the last one was like the relationship must end because they're bad. And this seems to be in the same energy. So if you watch the last video, the one I did just prior to this one and this one, it feels like it's the same energy. It feels like you haven't, this is what happens when you stick around. Okay. And this is regret. The 5 of Cups is the card of regret. I mean, you regret doing something, you regret taking action or not taking action, you just regret not moving on when you should have. The Queen of Wands is, of course, on the side of the tower, the energy of a liar. Somebody who they present themselves as something which they are not. They are very much not the energy of who they said they were. They lied. They put the mask on. And the 10 of Swords is this harsh, nasty ending that is going to hurt. So this person is bad. They're evil. They're not good. They are someone who lies, they manipulate, they mind control, they gaslight, whatever word you want to use. New age, old age, I don't care. This is somebody who has very much made you regret every choice you've made since knowing them up until this moment. Okay, you're in the big regret. You want out. You don't know how to leave, but you're sick of it and you're tired. You're miserable. Big miserable. And now you've got to make this emotional choice that leads right to the tower. The tower is the 7 of Wands. Yeah, you're going to have to put those boundaries back up, because this relationship is completely over. There is no hope for it. The 3 of Swords under the tower. Yeah, this is They've betrayed you, and this is worse than cheating. This is worse than going behind your back and sleeping with your best friend. I mean, that would suck, but this is worse in the sense of they were never this person. They were never who they pretended to be. They lied, manipulated, and they got into your life with a bunch of nonsense, with a bunch of, stories, and they betrayed you in a deeper way than cheating. You wish they would have cheated on you. You wish it would have been something like, okay, see ya, bye, something that easy. But they have dug into your life like a parasite, and they've been there for a while, and now you know that they're how bad they are, and you've seen it, but you don't know how to get rid of them. And it's not as simple as just get rid of saying see ya, because they might live with you. They might have stuff with you. What's theirs? What's yours? It gets real complicated. Probably even married, maybe not, but, on the way there, kind of, the scale is kind of tipping in that direction for a while, but not anymore. But now you got to get rid of them, and it's going to be a big drama, a big mess, a big nightmare. And they've betrayed you worse than being cheated on. This is worse than that, because they lied to you from the very beginning, and there's the person you thought existed doesn't. They never did. And that's worse, I think, than making a mistake. This was intentional. Right from the beginning. Now you have to get rid of them, because this judgment card, this judgment play you've got to do, this decision, is going to keep you awake at night, because you're going to wonder. You are never, ever, ever not going to think, was there any ever part of them that was real? Did I do something to cause this? That person they pretended to be had to have existed somewhere, right? They were able to channel it. They were able to bring it out. They were able to pretend to be this person. So it's like, did I cause them to become bad? Or were they always bad to begin with, and they were lying just to get what they wanted? You'll never truly know. And they want you to think like that. They want you to believe that. They want you to understand that you will never know what the truth really was. And they will tell everybody, because they will go right back into this lying Queen of Wands mode as soon as you throw them out to get somebody else. They'll do the exact same thing, and they're going to put somebody else through this. You are not the first one. They might have told you you were the first one, or maybe the first one in a very long time, but you're not. They've been doing this a long time. They've been manipulating people, controlling people, lying to people. This person is textbook monster. Yeah, Queen of Cups. Judgment card, you're going to take care of yourself. You're going to just have to believe that they were evil from the beginning, and everything they started to do after a while was really who they were, and not this lie they put out in front. You didn't do anything to change them. You tried your best. You did your best. You did everything right. There was nothing you could have done to make things better. And the Four of Wands. Yeah. You're going to be happier once you make this decision, once you get out of this situation. Once you get the strength to move forward, you are going to be happier that you made this choice. And it's just rough getting there, because you are in a situation with them where you can't just throw them out, because you'll feel bad, because you have a heart, you have a conscience, a human soul, whatever you want to call it, and they know that. So they are trying to manipulate that to say, oh, well, you can't just throw me out because... No, you have to shut that emotion off for now. Okay? You have to shut that emotion off right now. Do the best thing you got. Just get rid of them. Throw out the demon. They're using you. They're manipulating you. They're burning your money, your resources, your time, your energy, everything. But they're manipulating, saying, well, if you throw me out, I won't have anywhere to go. That is their problem. It has always been their problem. And I would bet you right now, if you were to check their phone, they've already talking. If it's a woman you're dealing with, they're already talking to 3 guys. And they're already saying, oh, you're the best ever, and oh, you're so cute, and this, that, and the other. And, they're just saying the same things they said to you. If it's a guy, same deal. They're probably talking to a whole bunch of other women going, oh, man, you're this, you're that, and the things we would do together, and this, that, and the other. So they are prepared to leave. They are prepared to go if they have to. They've got their sob story all ready and fired and ready to go. They're not going to be out for long, if ever, because they probably have friends they go hang out with at night, and you stay home because you just wouldn't get along with those friends, and they're just not your type, and you'd be happier if you were at home, right? Yeah, this person is a monster, a demon, whatever word you want to use. You need to cut your emotions off right now, and you need to throw this person out. You will be happier when you do it. The healing can finally begin. You need to realize it wasn't your fault. You didn't turn them into this. They were always this way. They've been this way since they were able to manipulate people. That's probably why they don't talk about their family much, or when they do, it's always bad, or why they won't go home, or why they seem to wander the country. Whatever, however you found them, that was you're just a stopping point for them. You have to get rid of this person. You regret bringing them into your life. You regret every penny you've ever spent on them. And the only thing keeping them in your life right now is this hard emotional choice, because you don't want to see them suffer, because a piece of you still believes that the good person inside is still there somewhere, and you must have done something to bury it. You didn't. I've said this a few times now, and I don't think I need to say it anymore. The last card on the deck is the Five of Pentacles, and this is the card of getting out, abandonment, leaving you out in the cold. That's the advice. Leave this person out in the cold and do not look back. Don't even worry about them. Delete their number, block them, get rid of all their information, their pictures, whatever. Just be like, I want nothing to do with you. Ever. Ever again. It's like, I gave you everything. I did everything for you. And this is the way you treated me in the end. Well, nobody deserves to be treated like that. Lied to, manipulated, gaslit, abused emotionally. Maybe even physically for some people. Telling you how bad you are at everything. Or maybe they tell their friends how bad you are at everything. Maybe people talk to you and you go, oh, I didn't even know you could do laundry because she tells me that. He's like, man, he's like, I never. It's like they'll try to explain to somebody that you don't know how to do the most simple things, and then other people will say like, will mention that to you, like, oh, well, that's what she said. She said you don't even know how to do this and that, trying to insult you, and you're like, wait, what? Because they'll talk bad about you behind your back, trying to build up other alliances against you in case they get into a fight, and this person. This person is bad. I keep saying this stuff, and there's so many examples I could give, but I don't want to go on and on forever. So I'm going to leave the reading here. You need to get rid of this person. Leave them out in the cold. No connections, no strings, nothing. Just let them go. You're going to be happier for it. All right, I'm going to show you the cards now, and that'll be it for the... Here you go. Yeah. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. You are awesome, and I hope I helped you. I hope I gave you the courage to stand up for yourself, to do the right thing. If this resonates with you, you know exactly what you need to do, and it sucks. I get it. It hurts. It's no fun, but you've got to start doing it. You've got to do the thing. You did not deserve this treatment. All right, if you made it this far too, think about hitting the old subscribe button. I try to upload every day, and, I'm doing pretty good so far. All right, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.